The wide-angle research into cloud has been very different to any research that's been completed before. We wanted to actually look at organisations' attitude to the use of cloud. Our survey was comprehensive. We surveyed over 7 countries and 700 organisations, speaking to key decision makers responsible for cloud. The top-line findings this survey revealed is there are 5 personas of groups that organisations fall within. And those are the controller, the acceptor, the experimenter, the believer and the embracer. Let's talk about the extremes. So on one extreme you have the controller, and those are organisations which have historically been very wedded to data centres. And inside that category, 31% are using the cloud in some way. However, they say that only 50% of those organisations would actually fully adopt cloud technology. On the far extreme, the embracer, those are organisations which have actually actively embraced the use of the cloud. 81% of those organisations are actually actively using the cloud today. And those organisations which fell inside that group was saying that 95% of them have actually seen increased revenue and 88% have actually seen increased profitability. So if we start again on from the controller and we go to the next category, the acceptor, and those are organisations which we found would only move to cloud if there was a very strong business case for them to do so. And inside that group we found, in terms of our global survey, 42% of organisations have actually made that move to the use of cloud, but on a very strong business case basis. Our middle category, the experimenter, those were organisations which would actually dabble with new technology to see whether it could actually drive a business benefit. And unlike the acceptor, they were not looking for a very hard business case before actually adopting cloud technology. Then we move to the believer, so the category which falls just behind embracer. 55% of organisations there are already actively using the cloud technology. And those are organisations which actively seek in the marketplace new technology to gain a competitive advantage. So we surveyed 7 market sectors in total, and those include financial, public, healthcare, utilities and telecoms. And what was particularly interesting around the financial sector is that 60% of those organisations cited that data protection and compliance issues slowed down the adoption to the cloud. Of all market sectors, the financial sector is least likely to put the majority of their services into the cloud. In fact, a third never will, compared to an average of 15%. Specifically on security, 60% of financial organisations believe that data centres are the best place to deliver secure services to the business. These findings reflect the fact that global financial organisations operate within a highly regulated market. We surveyed 7 countries in total. Those included the US and Canada, Germany, Nordics, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan and the UK. And what was very interesting is the USA clearly came out as the country that was most enthusiastic in terms of their adoption of the cloud. And if we were to categorise the USA in terms of a persona, one of our 5 personas, they would actually fall inside embracer. Interestingly, 41% in the US, followed by 32% in Singapore and 29% in Germany, stated that the cloud is critical to how they deploy and maintain services. And this starkly contrasted to the UK, which our survey revealed only 9%. So I think the relevance of these personas is really quite significant. It describes 5 very distinct groupings which organisations fall within. And you could look at this in terms of a journey of maturity or adoption of the cloud. And within inside each persona, I think organisations have different appetites to risk, are actually seeing different types of challenges which are perhaps preventing them from actually moving from that controller to the grouping of embracer.